starts learning to work. Instead of being so rigid and walking like this, you'll start walking with a little bit more fluidity. It's the same concept when you're punching. You have your jab, your cross, your hook, and your uppercut. You just got to take baby steps with it. When a baby first starts learning to walk, it's like this, right? And then they start walking. It's the same concept. When you first start punching, it's like this, and then you start learning to flow with it. Just the more you punch, the more you do it, the easier it's going to get, right? So you have your 4 basic punches: your jab, your cross, your hook, your uppercut. Good. Your 4 basic blocks: your parries, your covers, your deflections, and your shields. Your outward shield and your inward shield. What I notice a whole lot with blocks in general is people over-exaggerate or overcompensate on the blocks. Is if he's throwing a jab, I try to get his arm as far away from me as possible. And that's not necessarily the case. I don't need that to happen. If I blocked here, it doesn't hurt. If I block here, it still doesn't hurt, right? I need to block just enough so it missed me minorly, right? Then the less movement I have, the quicker I can start countering and doing everything else, just from being in nice and tight, right? So keeping everything in super tight is going to benefit y'all a lot, especially with just these blocks. Your parries, your covers, your deflections, and your shields. Keeping everything centralized and in nice and tight. One more time: parries, covers, deflection, and shields. And then those 3 kicks that we did. Your number 1 front kick, your number 1 side kick, and your number 2 round kick. So lead leg, up, out, in, down. And what I really emphasized earlier on with the advanced kick was bringing that back. A lot of times we want to kick and follow through with it, which is good to some extent depending on what I'm doing with it. If I'm doing self-defense and kicking the knee, then yeah, I'm going to follow through with it. But if it's more kick, I'm going more to the sternum, then yeah, I need to bring it back because it's going to be harder for somebody to get a hold of. So you throw that front kick and bring it all the way back. Again, front kick. Your number 1 side kick is turning all the way to the side like your back pocket's facing the mirror, driving the knee up and across. Side kick, you're going to set it back down. Good job. Again, turn, turn, turn. Side kick. Good job. One more time. Driving through with that side kick. Nice, guys. And then that rear leg round kick. And again, we'll cover it again here in a minute. There's different types of that round kick. But this one, for the sake of throwing it in the middle or the end of a combination, is throwing that knee all the way over horizontally like you're going around a table or a chair. So rotating that foot, knee up and over, round kick, and then bringing it back. Now, there's 2 ways of practicing this. One, to have control over your leg, control over your body, and being able to kick really hard and stopping it, or kicking really hard and following through it. The follow through would be in case I'm going to kick his leg and he moves. Oh, yeah, now I got to rotate back over. Or being able to kick and control it so I can go into something else. Right, so rolling that leg over and bringing it back. Good. So your basic punches, blocks, and kicks. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Rolling your body. Your parries, your covers, your deflections, your shields. Keeping everything in tight. And then your kicks. Your front kick, your side kick, your round kick. Good job. Your 10 combative sets. So we put this together based off of you can be able to do 1 or 2 of these moves and go home safe, right? So my job is not only just to, motivate y'all, get y'all in some good shape, but at the same time, make sure you get home safe, right? So that's my job, make sure you get home. So if he throws this punch, I'm going to blitz in hard. I'm not going to, hey Bobby guys, can y'all calm down just a little bit? Thanks guys. So when he throws his punch, I need to blitz in hard. I'm not going to meet halfway in the middle and just stop here. I need to go through him with his blitz. My arm, my left arm, I'm going to check down from the elbow down. So forearm to forearm. If I go up, I still get hit. It's a hinge, it folds. So I need to go from the elbow down, forearm to forearm. And then I do not want to block at a 90-degree angle because my arm will still fold and I will still get hit. I need to block a little bit further than a 90-degree angle so I have some kind of stoppage, some kind of stopping point. So he throws a punch, I blitz in. My right hand now is going to check or chop to the side of the neck, straight parallel with the chin. and then control immediately afterward. If somebody's really trying to throw a punch at you, they throw punches like this. Wild and crazy. You get those some YouTube fighters that try to punch straighter, but it's still like this, and it still works the exact same way, blitzing forward and controlling. But my point to this is his arm's not going to stay out here. So as soon as I blitz, I need to get control of that arm. As soon as I blitz and get control of the arm. Because his next motion would be to pull this arm back and punch this one out. People need that rowing motion to properly, to punch, to make themselves think they punch hard. They need that rolling motion. So take it away. Take it away. As soon as I blitz, get control and get control on. And now you're going to use your headbutt. Get control. I'm going to have that jerking motion, chin down, headbutt right underneath the eyebrow or above the top lip. Headbutt, elbow across the chin, hammer back across the jaw. All these are based off of his reactions to things, so I gotta do it based off of his reaction. I headbutt, his head pops back. Elbow across his chin, take his chin back the opposite direction it's not supposed to go. Palm middle of the ear point, web strike underneath the throat, fingers in the eyes, control, push, pull, knee, push, kick, down into your guillotine. One thing I see a lot of times in guillotines is people try to get here and then submit it. The bad thing about that is in stressful situations, people resort back to their gross motor skills. How many football players do we have here now?
A lot.
What do you think their gross motor skills are going to be? A tackle. So if I start here, what's going to end up happening? I'm going to get tackled. Now, it's not such a bad thing because what's going to hit first? His head, because it was behind me. The bad thing about it is he has friends, and I do not want to be on the ground whenever his friends show up. So if I get here and put my chest on top of his shoulders, it's going to be harder for him to drive through me. I can still lock the choke in and then work my way inside. I get him on his tippy toes, walking back, and there's not a lot he can do to prevent it from happening at that point. So I get, you're right, Caleb? So my weight's on him, blade of your forearm across his throat, lock it in around your wrist, tighten it, and then inch it. It's going to take all the space away, and then try to take even more away when there's nothing to do, right? So here, inch in for your guillotine. And then my rear naked choke from here. There's a couple ways of doing this. One, push down with your left hand, hook up with your right hand, and then worry about spinning. For some people, that's a little bit hike the pride.
Vertically challenged.
Vertically. For those of you that might have a bigger partner than you, that was a good one. Take your hand that is around the throat and switch to the other side of his head. And then I'm going to run my forearm across his chin and up to the ceiling. So instead of just going this way, I'm going to run across and up. And at the same time, my left hand's going to push his back to get him down here. This is a bad place for Caleb to be. This is a really bad place for him to be. I could start, could you imagine if I sprawled right now? What would happen? I could just choke from here. I can start escorting him down to the ground. There's a lot of things you can do from here to get control of the person. So be careful with it. Don't just throw them down the back. But find a way or make a way. Right? Find a way or make a way. If it's hard for you to get the underhook and push and pull and it's just not working for you, then go a different way. Keep connection, but now drive across with your other arm. Like a cross face, it's really uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. It's not comfortable. So I want y'all to drill back and forth your 10 count combative set with each other. After y'all feel comfortable with this, of doing the drill, feels comfortable. Now make it a little bit, mess my hair up. Now make it a little bit more aggressive. So he does not know when I'm going to throw the punch. So he's just going to keep your hands down, and I'm going to push you. I'm going to point at you. I'm going to poke you. I'm going to slap you a little bit, and then I'm going to swing that wide haymaker punch for him to blitz on. Now, the more advanced you get or the more comfortable you get with it, don't close your fist. Let's swing a little bit hard. So he got slapped, then he's not going to get hurt. He's not going to break anything, but he's going to know, like, dude, I got slapped just now, right? So it's gonna make you realize. So bring that urgency up a little bit once you feel comfortable doing the drill. By pushing, poking, slapping, moving around a little bit, and then swinging. He's ready for it. And then swinging to give them something actually to block. Okay, so y'all drill this in your different stages, and I'll be back and forth. Go.
I'll tell you about that $2.
Do that again.
So, switch.
Yeah, so it's a strike. It's a strike with no curl.
This way. And I'm gonna hook this underneath my knee. I need to stand up. So I want to get in there. Right on. Chest on my back. And then run it. So up here, I'm gonna run it down. Until he's like, okay, fine, that's enough. And now I'm gonna adjust. Alright. And once you start getting that shin right across the jaw, they have to. There's no, it's gonna crush the face. Sorry. They're going back. I'm going to a different drill. Get there, it's just not working. Control and then run right above. And it'll make roll. And you're already here. You're already here because you're running the shit across. So I'm already here. So hold arm in.
Whoa, bro, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Good adjustment. I would have. That was a good adjustment. I would have changed from to your back here to keeping them here and adjust the hips.
Then you can scoop.
Back, and then I can adjust someone else. But I don't want to be on my back. Somebody else's food.
Push it down really helps you get it
You can go harder if you want to.
What's it?
I just strong from one side. All right. You got it. We're going to keep that on this side.
When I do that throat strike, I'll just see this one. See if it does smack it like that, right?
Yeah, we're just going how to say it.
If it helps, punch the hand across the arm, put it in his hand. Pretty good for bonus, but you can swing the arm all the way around.
Hey, looking over here.
Give me all my money.
I got it locked. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, really is. You know what he said? He said, my sister was fast.
On the side too, it's not just the jiu-jitsu side. It's like sometimes we won't do too many we're doing grab stuff. We'll do that over here sometimes, and not do it over there. So it's kind of like both worlds, right?
I was like, that takes
So whenever you move your arm, then so you have to adjust your gear. So instead of here, you need small adjustment. All right, guys. Lastly, for this combative set is tightening it up. Just tightening it up. So, and what I mean by that is when he throws his punch, is I'm not rearing back or not coming back and across to do your combative set, right? I'm now going to flow with it and tighten it up. By the time it takes you to do 3 or 4 moves this way, nice and tight, it would have took you to do 1 or 2 the other way, right? So you can get a lot more moves off by being faster at it. I'm trying to say that. Okay, so I'll show you. He throws a punch, I can tighten everything up and be a lot quicker with it. A lot quicker with it without just by tightening it up. It's going to be just as damaging, if not more so, because I can get more moves off by keeping it in nice and tight. Okay, let's get back on our lines and do our kickboxing drill. That's the long combination that we have. We have our jab, our cross, and our hook up high, our overhand right, and we had to adjust our feet. Now we got to adjust back the other direction with our hook, our left hook to the body, and now I'm lunging forward almost with my cross to the body, right? So I got to sink my weight down a little bit lower to drive forward. I don't want to punch down at an angle, so I got to sink down enough where my arm is still straight out in line with my chin. So we have our jab, cross, hook up high, overhand right, left hook to the body, right cross to the body, and now I have to adjust my feet, my left leg round kick, right leg. And again, like I said, depending on their leg situation. I want his leg to be here so I can kick down towards it that way. Now, he might be in the midst of stumbling back still, and I kick it. That's fine. Then I might just decide to kick up high towards his head or to the ribs. Or if he moves that leg to the back, then I might try this kick to the leg in front. So it kind of depends on the situation of where everything's at. Just be prepared for all of them, because you never know. I could kick his leg one way and he reacts this way. I might kick his leg one way and he reacts completely different. So just be prepared for all of the situations, how to adapt to all of them instantly and not have to sit there and think about them, right? And then the last final thing was our grab art 3. Now the grab arts come from our traditional Kajukembo background, and that's when we keep them. Because it brings us to our roots, but 2, they're effective. So the first grab art is off of the two-handed collar grab. If somebody's grabbing you, they're not just going to grab you and say, "Hey, dude, it'd be nice if I grabbed your wallet," right? They're going to be aggressive with it, try to take you somewhere, trying to throw you around somewhere. You're going somewhere. I got to stop it from going that way. If you get from point A to point B, the odds of you coming back to point B are 90%. That's nothing, right? So don't ever let somebody push you to point B. So you got to do something to stop immediately. So in this case, I'm going to step my left leg back into my front stance. And I'm going to straighten my back leg and bend my front knee. This is a solid stance. So if he's driving me back, I have something stable to kind of stop myself from moving against. And I don't mind him grabbing both hands, because if he's grabbing both hands, I know where his hands are. He can't push me with them. So I know where they are. So as soon as I step my left leg back, my hands come over the top. I'm going to cut my hands, and I'm going to drag down his forearms. I'm not just going to stop here. I'm trying to pull his elbows all the way into my body. So I have control of his hands. And then I strike, because his head's coming to me. This strike isn't designed to knock somebody out. This strike's job is designed to make him stop thinking about the grip, right? If he's grabbing really hard with both hands and he's thinking about both hands, and I slap him, I felt it, his hands loosened up a little bit, right? So that's all this strike does. It makes him stop thinking about the grip. Horse or front stance, drag down, strike. Now all this is in the hips. I'm gonna torque my hips, my feet, everything to face the bags, and my right hand does that inner block. Now, one thing I'm big on is not disconnecting until I'm ready to completely disconnect. So this right now is disconnection. As soon as I block, I need to check the arm now. One, to prevent him from swinging back, but two, now I'm connected again, right? So as soon as I check, I'm gonna step my right leg forward to my horse stance, my right hand back fist low to the groin, back fist high to the temple, and then push and move. I need to push and move towards the back. You don't ever want to move in front of somebody. If they're on the ground, you move towards their head. If they're standing up still, if you're still standing up still, then I'm going to push and move towards your back, because it's going to be a lot harder for him to find you at that point in time. Right? It's going to take him a split second to kind of look around and see where I'm at before, you pull the weapon or anything else. Yeah, especially if you didn't knock him out and you just hit him in the temple and I pushed him, it's going to take him a minute to recalibrate everything. One more time. Left leg back, over the top, strike, under block, check, back to slow, back to high, push and move, and then you can disengage and try to find a way towards an exit or get out of there. Right? So get out of there. Y'all all remember this drill? Y'all partner up and drill this one a couple times back and forth.
When it comes to that arm and the head,
Let's see where you're at. And then,
over here.
that gives him space to escape.
Messes me up in this
So I need to create some kind of wall.
right-handed.
So
Then it's
I cannot physically roll this way because it's going to break. So we can have to roll my foot's in the way of the face. If I step this way, this gives her a lot of space. When it comes to skating or escorting, you gotta get rid of space. And this would be a position where if you carry them, I could carry them. Yeah, they just make him his other hand back behind him, talking to him, and then, make him cross the fingers. And then they're locking them, squeezing them, What he is doing a lot of is his weight. Trying to be nice. And like the weight works for him. Put that weight on his side. Yep, it does not. But it makes it strong. This is transition to roll the arm. Then I'm going to roll from this arm to this direction, back to this direction to, maybe this arm to, switch it in the right. People get drunk. And you do have to escort somebody. Maybe all over the place. So being able to, bump them in the right direction or put them down in the right direction. This is not a good position. Drive it on his jaw and that's going to make him this one just takes playing. This is where you get to take the stuff that you're comfortable doing and put it into it. Good job. Good job.
Said you wanted to work with me?
No.
Good job, lad. I got So I'll give you all my personal reasons why I don't get around. This thing is where I can do this. Can you grab on with me? If I check, if she starts trying to sneak on, I can move. This way I got the piece. So this way.
Here I am. Here I'm not.
I'm not worried about it.
Oh man, don't kick to this guy's back there.
Slide.
I wonder when they discovered
Last time I was
I mean, it's pretty realistic, I guess.
you cross this one's there a little bit. Left a little bit, came back, felt better. I was like, alright, just kick the fuck out of this guy. Win, kick to the back. I was like, that didn't sound or feel right. So then this foot got hurt just a little bit for a little while.
So you were just playing around?
Kick, yeah, just
Keep the left foot.
Here we go again? Yeah, good.
Yeah, same thing. One of the first
That's what I wasn't doing. I was doing this. Maybe. Weird.
So traditional, push and move, and then we make people start adding something like from here, like, all right, what can we add from here? That's one thing. And then I would personally, this just in my head, it's only just deliver straight across. Right, so that's one thing I would personally do. So ad-libbing come in. All right, guys, let's go ahead and line back up. I got some really cool detaining and escort positions. Can't wait to show y'all. I'm super excited. I'm ready to show the whole class. It's gonna be a good one. Oh my gosh, they're like little brothers. So if y'all haven't heard yet, we are canceling the belt graduation, which is Saturday. We're not going to the gymnasium this time because it is a room full of 600-700 people. So we are canceling that, but we are still doing belt tests and graduations inside class, the 25th or 26th of class. Okay, so in your normal class, the 25th or 26th, we're doing our normal belt graduations just in class like we did in December. We have our AK seminar coming up in April 18th, I believe. So if y'all have not signed up for that, y'all really should, because it's going to be amazing. We have some really good instructors coming down. Even Grandmaster's instructor is coming down, so y'all make sure y'all sign up for that, which is going to be pretty awesome. And I think that's it. There's a letter over there on the table on the middle shelf all the way to the left that explains just a little bit of everything. We are making videos to put on YouTube and Facebook for the people that can't make it to class, or just for y'all's further practice and stuff. So this class, like I said, was filmed and it's still recording right now. So y'all are more than welcome to get on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page and check it out and video it and practice with some of them. All right, but good job, guys. I'm proud of y'all. Attention, bow here. If y'all get out of here or get ready for kickboxing, one or the other.